number 3550, and this is my story.
Can you tell me a little bit about your family history? How old were you when you came from, and what your struggles have been as an undocumented student?
All my family is undocumented. I have a little sister here. She was born here, and I'm from Mexico.
Can you tell me a little bit about the reasons that made your family come here?
We didn't have a place to stay over there. There was this chaos in my village, and so we just had to come here. We didn't have money to buy for food or anything. Our family was very bad to us, and we just had to find another way to make it.
Were there any, aside from, mainly was it economic reasons that made you come
Economic
here?
reasons.
Can
We
you
have any money.
just try to like elaborate those moments when your family decided to come here, or how that went down? Do you remember, or how old were you when that happened?
I was 4.
Do you remember? Do you remember at all your crossing over story, or do you hear your mom and
Yes,
dad
I
talking
do.
about it? Can you tell me a little
I
bit
had to
about
cross
that?
twice. I had to meet this person at the border in Tijuana, Paso, and she was supposed to be my mom. I was supposed to be her daughter. I started crying because my mom said that maybe that was the last time I was going to see her, and so I just remember crying, and I remember getting in the car crying, and I had to be on the back seat, and I wasn't allowed to talk. I wasn't allowed to say anything, because if I would to say something and the migra would see me and that I was speaking Spanish, then I was gonna get sent back.
Do your parents tell you at all? Oh, you know, this is what happens when we came here, or can you tell me more specifically? Did you always know that you were undocumented?
No, I didn't always know. It was always a secret because I wasn't supposed to tell anyone, because you can't trust anyone. They could just call and the next thing you know, you're back in Mexico.
So, has it been hard for you being a student, knowing that you're undocumented? Can you tell me a little bit about that, what those obstacles are?
It's very hard because you have all these potentials and you can't just qualify for things. You have these high standards and you just need to.
When exactly did you decide that this movement, the Dream Act, was really important for you? Or what made you jump on board for the movement itself?
Necessity, needs. I want to go to college, and I want to get a degree. I want to be stronger. I want to be a stronger woman, and I want to show my family that, you know, us making the sacrifice to come here, it was a good thing.
Can you tell me specifically about when you're a student, it feels as if you have a place in life? Because, at least in this society, that if you're a student, you have a place in American society. But away from school, some people say they're just another immigrant. Can you tell me, you have those kind of feelings? Can you tell me about that?
I have a place in society because I've been here my whole life. I don't know anything else besides the United States. I haven't been back to Mexico in over a long time. I don't know anything over there, so this is my place. This is where I was raised. So that's why.
Is there a fear of shame, or fear of just fear, really? Is there fear or shame that you have to deal with on a daily basis? And just elaborate on that and tell me what those feelings are like.
There's people that discriminate against you, but people that have the same situation as you, they're close to you and they're willing to, you know, show support. But there's others that just don't get it, don't understand that you too want to fight for the same equality as others.
You told me about how if you're a student, you have a place to study, but if you're an immigrant, when you're separated from school, whether it's in high school or college or even when you graduated, you have to succumb to those menial jobs. And can you tell me, is that something that you think about, or is it...
Yeah, it's something that I definitely think about. Even if I get my degree, I'm not going to be able to make it work because I have to settle for a low-paying job and the most hardest jobs, even though I have an education.
Do you think, will you say that life hasn't been fair to you, or
It hasn't, because I work just like anyone else, and I've done the same education and done everything the same. But yet, when it comes to applying for a job, doesn't make sense because I've worked as hard and I don't get it just because I don't have a green card.
Yeah. What would you say specifically to legislators or people that are on the right who are against immigration reform? What would you say to them specifically in regards to your story and stories that refer to DREAM Act students or 8540 students? What would you say to them? What these students are specifically doing, not only to pass the reform immigration, but also because they do embody the American dream.
We are a nation of equality. We have been fighting for so many things now, and I believe that we have the right because we've been living here for such a long time. So